watching and listening off the cuff on Tequila Aficionado Media on all of our channels and platforms. I'm Mike Morales here in San Antonio. That gentleman out there is
Jim Johnston in Youngstown, Ohio.
As you can tell, it's probably rather chilly in Youngstown.
A little bit.
It's chilly here in San Antonio, but chilly just means that tomorrow I have to run my air conditioner. So I don't know. Jim, tonight you and I have a really interesting. Lately, we've been getting a lot of RTDs, ready to drinks, margarita mixes, things like that.
Yeah.
And I got to show you how cute this is. Tonight we're going to do the golden rule.
For scale, this is my giant head, and this is the can.
Don't laugh, ladies and gentlemen. What's inside of this is very, very potent. It's the original margarita. And normally for the tequila, lately what we've been doing is we've been tasting it and then telling you the specs, the other outside details. So as small as this can is, this is probably what, 2 inches, 3 inches?
Yeah.
It's just a hair.
Milliliters. So
okay. Sadly, it's not. It's a little bigger than what you can take on an airplane legally. So don't take this. Don't take it with you on a trip because TSA is going to take that along with your therapeutic, whatever.
Agave supplements.
Yeah, your agave supplements. I'm going to take. This is at room temperature, first of all, and I'm just going to take a sip of this and see how what this is, and then we'll give you all of this. What's that?
Straight over the can?
Yeah. Is that okay?
Just shake it well before you pour it.
Well, I shook the hell out of it while we're off camera, so here we go. Oh, hello. That triple sec comes right up to meet you.
It does. I can tell why the can is small.
Yeah. I have a glass full of ice.
As do I.
Yes, and I think the idea is to pour this little item in a glass or in a shaker, and then shake it out. You might want to, because of the concentration, and we'll tell you all about the concentration here shortly. It looks like a margarita. It pours.
It looks like a not fake margarita.
Yeah, exactly. It's not a fluorescent. Wow. Yeah, you can see I got a lot of ice in mine.
Yeah.
It does recommend that you shake it prior to serving it, or I would suggest, because of the concentration, and again, we'll tell you that in a second, would probably be better served using a shaker, an actual shaker with ice, and then either pouring it in a margarita glass or salting your rim or however you want to serve this.
Right.
I like the smell better now. At room temperature, it was
at room temperature and right out of the can. That's going to concentrate that right up the nose, and we got a big triple sec whiff of that. Yeah.
Yeah. And a lot of alcohol, and you'll know why in a second. But I want to taste it. I want to taste this one on the rocks and see what this is like. Oh.
I tell you what.
Wow.
That's pretty darn good for a ready to drink. And it comes across a lot like the margaritas that I just make at home. And it's not overly sweet.
No, it's got a bitter, kind of like in the back end, on the back of the palate. There's a little bitterness, which is okay. I mean, it's all right because you can literally, if you salt your rim,
if you throw the lime in there whole.
Throw the lime in there.
Oil off the rind that's just going to,
it's actually really well balanced. I'm surprised. Again, we try not to dress this up too much so that you get the base. And then we let you folks, if you decide that you like the Golden Rule spirits, if you like their margarita, then you dress it up the way you want.
I might add another splash of lime juice into this.
Yeah, me too.
Just to bring a little bit more of the sour tang into it.
Yeah, because I don't know the bitterness in the back. I don't know what that's about, and I don't think it's the can. It's an aluminum can. It's a little, you know.
Right.
I'm sure it's FDA level aluminum, so it should be fine.
I think though with natural lime, sometimes just because of the concentration, there's not a ton of lime juice in this, which is a 54 proof
Yeah.
bottling or canning in this case.
Uh-huh.
I think the alcohol kind of takes that lime and gives it a little bit more. The zest part comes out more than the fruit part comes out.
Right.
But I think this is a really nicely balanced drink, and it's not a big sugar hit. It's still tart and has the lime flavor on it. I would personally hit it with a little bit more fresh lime juice just to jazz it up at the end.
Yeah, you know you and I have had the ranch water and the Paloma from the other folks at Ranch Rider,
Right.
and of course that's a whole different category and a whole different drink, made with soda water. Whereas this is a margarita. This is their point of sale material, very nicely done. You know, they'll here's the specs. Okay, it comes the can. Yeah, it's 27 ABV. It's 54 proof, ladies and gentlemen, in a little tiny can. All right.
So this is a shotgun shell, right?
It's a shotgun shell. Their story goes, I guess, that they were the owners. They're out of San Francisco. Okay. And they have a cute little story where they were in Oaxaca, where the waiter
specifically.
That says Oaxaca, in the center of Oaxaca, in the Zocalo, and a waiter stood in front of them with a handful of limes, an unlabeled bottle of tequila,
Dangerous,
and homemade triple sec. He'd had margaritas before, but he never, so he was inspired. He went looking for the perfect margarita. They finally found it. Frankly, I'm not sure why the waiter would have tequila in Oaxaca, but be that as it may, whatever. So apparently they're very popular. Golden Blue Spirits, the base spirit they're using, supposedly, now all the information that they have on their point of sale material, on their flyer, the spec sheet, is that they're using 100% of blue agave blanco tequila from Jalisco, Mexico, natural lime juice, and triple sec. I will tell you, I'm not a big fan of triple sec myself, because if you look at these earrings right here, all of these were kamikaze hangovers. So seriously, that triple sec gives me a headache right down the middle of my head, and that's how I got my earrings, boys and girls. Anyway, that's my story. I'm sticking to it. But here's the kicker. Nowhere on this label, if they're using a 100% agave tequila, it has to have the NOM number on it, even if it's ready to drink or a margarita. If it comes in a can and they are claiming 100% agave tequila, they have to have a NOM number.
Yep.
Nowhere, and look at the packaging, is very cute. I mean, this
comes a little 4-pack, and I got to tell you, this is something that I just noticed, and I appreciate a ton, because I'm the token Irishman in this group. George Bernard Shaw quote on the back. They've got an Irish playwright's quote.
There you go.
Don't stop playing because we grow old. We grow old because we stop playing. I like that.
Everything that they've done, you know what? First of all, I'm going to go out on a limb and say right now, packaging, brand of promise.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Their packaging can't miss. If you're going to have a small can like this, you better have something really, really cool to compete. And they did it. The look is beautiful. I love the look.
It's a nice little can. This is going to attract attention on a shelf. People are going to wonder what's in a can this small.
Then they read the ABV.
They'll find out. They'll find out quickly.
They'll find out the hard way.
Yeah.
But here's my dilemma. I reached out to the folks after we received the product, and I said, "Hey, we got it. Thank you so much for making that happen. Could you tell us where you're getting your tequila? At this time, at press time, ladies and gentlemen, we have not heard from them. We don't know what distillery. We don't have a NUM number. Okay. That being the case, unless I hear otherwise, they can claim whatever they want. I don't know how they got it. Is it even on the label? Do they
It
say
is 100% agave blanco. Same thing on the. It's not on the outer box material, but it is on the can.
It's on
sure.
the can.
So and on the point of sale stuff.
The spec sheet here. I cannot, in good conscience, put this in a 100%, 100% category. So for now, what do you think of the flavor? I mean,
I like it, honestly. So I mix a lot of, when I'm just mixing up a batch of margaritas at home, I do use triple sec because some of the people who like to drink margaritas with me are not into that flavor profile that Cointreau and Grand Marnier might give them.
Right.
But this tastes very much like what I mix up when I have a batch of margaritas going on a Sunday afternoon for football. It's very close to that. It's tasty.
Yes.
It's not overpowering in any way. There's nothing off about it. And the thing that I like about this is it's a ready-to-drink cocktail, but we've seen a lot of them come carbonated, and it thankfully is not.
Yes.
Because I think if you carbonated this, it would go down like pop and soda. And
yeah. No, it would completely miss the point.
Right.
No, they have succeeded in coming up with something that it really is a great. If people never saw this packaging, they think that you were squeezing fresh limes and you do it. It's almost like a homemade. Okay.
Yeah.
In fact, it's so well done. Jim, I think you'd agree with me. You don't even have to chase it or put an extra shot of tequila in it.
No. Honestly, I think if anything, because look at the clarity on this. It's been in the ice now, but it's still, you can kind of see me behind there. The only thing I personally would do, another squeeze of lime just to add a little bit of that fresh lime tang in it. Otherwise, no. I think the ABV, you don't have to add anything else.
Yeah, don't
Pretty
do
robust.
yourself. Yeah, and see, for me, because of the bitterness on the back end of the palate that I've tasted, I probably would throw a pinch of salt in it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think you can dress this up as you would any other margarita. If you like salt on your rim or a pinch of salt inside of it. But I like it. This is the first ready to drink that we've tasted together that's come out. The others are cocktails. They have their own flavor profile. But this is the first ready to drink as a cocktail where it kind of tastes exactly how I would have made it myself.
Yeah, I agree. And so for that reason, I think we're going to nominate this as a Brand of Promise nominee in the ready to drink category. However,
as a mixto,
unless I hear otherwise, I don't know. I've talked to other people who make ready to drinks. We've known several have come across our desks, Jim, you and me, and Lisa as well. And they've gone gangbusters, but they all have a NOM number.
Do you think anything has to do with the size of the can? But otherwise they probably would have put it on the box. I just don't know where.
Well, if you're using 100%, why would you hide it? Because here's the thing.
Unless it's that unlabeled bottle from that guy in Oaxaca. And we don't know even they don't know where it came from.
Yeah, it's the house blend. How many of us have gone to Cabo and you go to your favorite restaurant? Oh, this is a house blend. You know what a house blend is in Cabo, right? That's
no.
All the empty bottles, all the half-empty bottles go into one big bottle, and you get a reposado, and they call that a house blend. Unless they have a blend, there are some hotels now that have their own, especially in Cabo San Lucas. It's almost a prestigious thing to have hotel lines have their own tequilas. They would be listed on the NOM list. I can name of a couple, but I really wish they would answer that question, because regardless of whether again, Jim, you know, there's a stigma with tequilas that are made with a diffuser, but it's still a 100%. And honestly, I don't have a problem with tequila with mixes, you know, made with diffuser tequilas, because that's where the diffuser tequila really shines.
Right.
And it's very cost effective as well.
And this is what it's made for. I mean, this is what it's perfect for, is having something you're going to package with all the ingredients in it.
Yeah, exactly. You know, so I don't think that's what it is. I just don't know how it got past the TABC or TTB, or how it got past the labeling people, because my understanding is, from all the people in the business who make these, it's gotta, if it's a 100%, it's gotta have a known number. Otherwise, you're using a mixto, and that's okay too. So I think
I still think brand of promise, no matter what's inside of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
No.
I agree. And also in the packaging, because it's really well done. It's on point.
It's fun. I mean, this is a cool little, you know, I'm probably going to take these to the Buffett concert in July. I have them sitting out, and people are going to be like, what is that tiny can? I said, read the ABV. You'll know.
Yeah, right. You know, congratulations to you guys. I Golden Rule Spirits, great job. I have to say.
Good stuff.
I have to say, great job. Just tell me where you're getting your tequila from, okay? Because inquiring minds want to know. Yes. But again, that's our take on Golden Rule, Brand of Promise nominee in both categories. I'm Mike Morales here in San Antonio. That gentleman out there is
Jim Johnston in Youngstown, Ohio.
You have been watching and listening to Sipping Off the Cuff on Tequila Aficionado Media on all of our platforms. If you're watching us on YouTube, please subscribe. Hit the notification bell so that way you know every time we load up a video with your favorite TJ on it, it'll pop up on your phone, okay? If you're listening to us on Spotify, go right ahead and subscribe. Either way, tomar sabiamente.
Sip wisely.